has anybody seen Carrie Sisson? She's supposed to be here to shoot a video for VBS.
Excuse me, Daphne, I am here.
Where? Where are you?
I am here. I'm in the bus.
What are you doing in the bus?
Let me tell you what I'm doing in this bus. Did you know that in Gamasara they are renting a bus for $300 a month? Did you hear that? $300 just to rent a bus to get these kids safely to school. And hang on a minute. Get your leg out of my side. Oh my goodness. The bus that they are renting holds 20 kids. But because there's 35 and 40 kids needing to take the bus, they're cramming all of these kids in that one bus. And let me tell you, I've been experimenting with what that feels like, and it don't feel good at all. Kids, we have got to help them buy their own bus. If they buy their own bus, they don't have to just make one trip. They can make 2 trips to pick up all the kids. It's going to be safer and a lot more comfortable. And would somebody tell me why there's a zebra in this bus?
You know, as I'm out walking today, it's just great weather to walk. It isn't hot. It's nice and cool breeze for a walk down the road. But I think about all of these kids in Africa. I mean, Gamasara is right near the equator. Not only is it hot, but what about the days that it rains? What are you doing? I'm trying to make a video here. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Sorry for the disturbance earlier. Okay, so I got to thinking about, you know, how hot it is and how they're so close to the equator. And these kids are walking in all of this heat miles. And then what about the times that it's raining or storming and these kids are trying to get to school? What just happened? What just happened? Gamasara Village is a huge village that extends for miles and miles. Now, most of the children, though, that live in the village, it's very safe for them to walk to school. It kind of reminds me of when I was little and I could walk to and from school. There are, though, a few children that live in the village that live miles from where the school is located. And, you know, it's really not safe for them to be walking through all of the fields by themselves and that long dirt road that leads to the school. So they really do need a bus. However, there is an even larger need for a bus for the children that live in the town. The town close to them is called Tarime, and they do have schools in that town, but they're not as good as the educational teachings at Gamasara. Also, the cool thing about the school and the village is they get to learn about Jesus. So a lot of people in town are hearing how wonderful this school is, and they're wanting to actually pay to bring their child into the village to go to school. Now, the reason why it's so important to have a bus for these families is it is entirely too far for these children to walk. Tarime is at least 8 miles from the school, which could take well over 2 hours just for these children to walk to school, much less to have to get back home. And let me tell you, the roads, yes, they're paved from the town and kind of similar to the road I'm walking on now. However, when you're on their road, it's a little bit wider, not much, but you may see cars, trucks, motorcycles, people on bicycles with wood lumber tied to them, mattresses tied to the bicycles. You never know what you're gonna see going up and down the road. And then you've got the people, from little kids 2 years old to grandmamas and granddaddies, just trying to get to the market or trying to get to and from work. So it just is not safe for these children from town to have to walk to and from the school in the village. So they really do need a bus.
There are 2 ways to give money. You can drop your money off Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4 in the bus by Miss Laurie's desk. Or you can have your parents write a check and send it to the church. By the bus.